Is that okay with the garment worker who produced that?
I mean, to me, that's like absolutely insanity. Like to be able to, you're saying $10 for a garment, like for a sweater,
Yeah.
for example, that's crazy. Because let's say that they're using plastic, like mostly polyester materials. How much does that cost for the materials? Maybe $2 at like that's overshooting, overestimating. And then how much
Yeah.
for shipping? It's probably like $5 for the shipping. And then how much are they taking out for like marketing and blah blah blah? And like how much is the garment worker making at that point? It's and to make a sweater would take at least, I mean, for me it would take forever, but like maybe these really skilled makers, maybe they can make two or three in a day. I don't know, but that
Yeah.
would be insanely unethical in my opinion.
Wow. So, yeah, exactly. That's that because when you do it by yourself, you know how much efforts and time does it take to make one. But when we
100%.
compare it to the other people who are, not being treated fairly and with that kind of a thing, it's, kind of hard for them.
And that's why I'm always trying to encourage people, I guess, like with my channels to sew. Because one, you're making things for yourself. They're going to fit you exactly how you want them to. They're going to be exactly what you want. And you're going to cherish those pieces more because you put all the effort into making them yourself. So you're going to keep them for longer. You're going to
Right.
enjoy them. And then you, like you said, you also understand the value that this piece holds and how much effort you put into it. And just you understand now, oh, when you see a sweater at Target, you're like, holy moly, like someone actually made that. I think a lot of
Right.
people don't realize how much like humans actually make our clothes. I think there's a lot of people that don't realize that. There's someone who has to sit there and push the fabric through a machine. It's not all automated now. That's not possible. I think that's
Exactly.
something people are missing because we're so blind to, I mean, a lot of industries where we know nothing about where our food comes from. We know nothing about where our clothes come from. And there's some gaps in that. And I think it causes a lot of like complacency amongst people to just think like, oh, well, who cares? I'm busy my day-to-day life. Why would I care where my clothes come from? But it matters.
Exactly. That's what I remember. I was talking to one of our previous episodes. I had a guest, and we talked about the same thing, that the
Yeah.
time they put in, it just does not make any sense. And especially, we also, talked about the topic about Gen Z, because the fast fashion that we wear right now, we don't know about the stitching quality. We just
Yes.
think like that, that's the one. But when you do it by yourself, or you wear something tailor made or ethically made, that they actually use the yarns to make the fabric, and actually put their heart and time to stitch it, you'll see the stitching quality.
And that's so true too. Like there's these brands nowadays who are relying on their names
Yeah.
for there to be for people to buy from them because they're like, "Oh, this is I'm just going to call people out like Lululemon."
Hmm.
Um they got in a lot of, controversy recently because Costco started selling a really similar sweater to them and they were like, "Hey, you can't sell that." And it turned out the Costco one was pretty much the exact same stitching and quality as their version. And I had one of the old version from like years and years ago of that sweater that Lululemon was talking about. And I was looking at it and mine has the back panel in the back for the airflow and the breathability.
Hmm.
And the I went into the stores recently to look at this newer version. There's no back panel anymore. So even there's no ventilation now. And I'm like, well, where's the ventilation part? And they're like, "Oh,
Right.
we don't have to do that anymore because the fabric is improved, so you don't need that." And I was like, "Really?" And then I'm like, "Then why do you have the design of it? It's just like having fake pockets. Now you have fake ventilation." And it's just these things that are so frustrating because they're going off the fact that like I have one of those sweaters from 10 years ago that's really nice quality. And
Hmm.
I'm going to go back and think like, "Oh, maybe I'll get another one 10 years down the line that's in a different color and it's going to be the exact same quality." And then
Right.
it's garbage. I could have gone to Costco.